Hi, this is Kathy with the DP2 team, and this video covers a new feature in DP2 version 29, and that's the ability to install your DP2 workstations and instances remotely from System Monitor. So a huge improvement here in version 29. I'm just going to run through a few slides here for informational purposes before diving right into it. So starting in version 29, remote upgrades from System Monitor are possible. There's a screenshot at the bottom of the screen here to show you what that looks like on the Install New DP2 version page of System Monitor. The current DP2 version that you're upgrading from version 29 must be version 27 or greater for the remote upgrade installation opportunity. And this is an interesting one, everyone. DP2 instances to be upgraded must be running. So everything that we've known for the last 25 years or so about running DP2 during an upgrade flips on its head because you never were able to run DP2 instances doing an upgrade prior to version 29. But now DP2 needs those instances to be running so that they can be communicated to you via System Monitor and you can get to the action buttons. I'm down here in a screenshot of the table for you to prepare those instances and then install those instances. So that's a big change. Your instances of DP2 must be running in order to perform the remote upgrade. Couple of things for version 29 here. I'm going to show you the service desk page with version 29 and all of these options. But just for a quick overview here, a really nice new piece in version 29 is that you can perform your remote installations from a zip file. And the result of that is a much faster installation, much faster than the traditional EXE installation. And I'll show you the process of extracting the zip file from the EXE inside of System Monitor. There's also an external way to get the zip file from the EXE, and I'll go over a special circumstance, for example, where that may be applicable. You can also use the EXE to be used in your remote installations. Won't be as fast as the zip file. If you use the zip file, not only will it be faster, but you really have a much less likely chance that you're required to visit that remote system, maybe to clear a blocking dialog as part of an EXE installation. And a nice feature of this when you're installing remotely from System Monitor is that DP2 on the workstation that you're upgrading, the instance of DP2 will be automatically shut down and restarted for you. Let me talk for a moment here about what you'll see on the version 29 service desk page, your download page where you do get your upgrade versions of DP2. On the service desk page, and I'll show you that next, you'll see the EXE. You'll see the PDF installation instructions document, which is loaded with this type of information. So please use this video. Please use that PDF file. And we are always here to help you, of course. You'll have the MSI. Of course, that's still going to be available for you. And you'll also have this extract zip from DP2 installer.txt file. And I'll go over with you when we might recommend that you extract the zip file from the EXE outside of System Monitor. We make it easy for you to do that extraction from System Monitor, but this installer.txt file could also do that extraction for you. Any questions at all, you know that we're here for you, so please contact us at any time to discuss your particular installation needs. So from here, I'm going to go right to that Service Desk version 29 installation page where you grab your installation files. From DP2, I'm just going out to the Service Desk, choosing to request an upgrade. And then going into the secure server login, you may have to log in there, and then you'll be brought to the version 29 page. Scroll through the terms. Well, please read through the terms and conditions. And then at the bottom, as you're likely accustomed to, is where you will find the installation files. The exe is here. Here's the document that we are asking you to open up and read through and follow along. It's a wealth of information, and you're also going to be getting that information by and large in this video. But please use both resources, and certainly we are here for you to help you out with any questions that you may have. But I'll be taking you through a lot of these steps, so I'm just going to close that. And I'll just go through what else is here. You certainly have the MSI installer. That's there for you. And there's an example here in the zip extractor section. This same zip extractor script is really the script that's running inside of DP2 from within System Monitor. And I'm going to show you that method. That's the method that this video will focus on. But go ahead and read through this. For example, if your server, your shared directory is located on a NAS, that might be a good instance for you possibly to use this script manually outside of System Monitor. There's a note here that says that DP2 version must be 25 or later. So this video will not focus on that part of the process. It will focus on running this script from a button, basically, within DP2, where we'll execute this same script, but around our user interface inside of System Monitor. So I'm going to go back up to the exe. That's the file that you're going to want to download, and we do recommend you putting that in the right place. And that location is your shared KPDP2 directory inside of System Monitor and inside of DP2 installers. And if that folder is not there for you, likely if this is the first time you're going through this process, then that folder does not exist for you. So please create that folder with no spaces in the DP2 installers folder name and go ahead and save that exe in that location. Here I am in DP2, and I'm going to go to the activity category and open up System Monitor. I'm on a workstation that has already been installed with version 29 outside of DP2 just by double-clicking on the exe. And then I've opened up the UI in that instance. And therefore now I have the new menu item on the left-hand panel here labeled DP2 installation and a subpage underneath it labeled install new DP2 version. This page, DP2 installation, is the same information that's in the PDF that I was just showing you on the version 29 service desk page. I've basically already been through this part of obtaining the new DP2 installer from the service desk page, and I've actually already upgraded that as well. I'm going to press this button here just to show you that opens up the folder that I was just showing you in the previous section to create the DP2 installers folder on your shared directory inside of System Monitor, inside of KPDP2, the shared location, and there's the exe. So what I did, not in this video, you didn't need to see this part, I double-clicked on the installer and I installed this latest version of DP2 on my shared directory. So that part's already been done. So the next thing I'll do is come down to the next section, remotely installing on your workstations. Since I have the exe in place, I want to show you how to use the zip file, the faster, the more efficient process of performing your upgrades. There's this button here to extract the installer.zip from the installer exe. So I'm going to click that. It opens up the script that is embedded here in System Monitor. So I'm actually going to go back up to that install location to open up the exe where it is sitting in System Monitor DP2 installers I'm just going to drag that onto the script that will extract the zip file from the exe. A confirmation appears. Just choose to run that. And after a few minutes here, you can see that the zip file is now complete inside of that same DP2 installers folder, and the message in your extracted DP2 installer zip file indicates that the zip file creation is successful and to just go ahead and close this dialog. So I'm going to go to the next page, install new DP2 version, and this is what you'll see when you're working from a machine that's already been installed with version 29. So let me give you the lay of the land here and show you my simple example and scenario. I only have 4 workstations, one of which is my server, 3 other workstations. The server is bolded. That's the workstation and the UI I happen to be in on the server. So that's why it's bolded here. And I've already done that upgrade. Now I'll take you over to the version column so that you can see that the server has already been upgraded to version 29, where 3 other instances that all happen to be on my same simple setup on the same machine are still on version 28.1. So always keep your eye on that version column. And an important reminder is that the workstations, the instances of DP2 that you're upgrading must be on at least version 27. So you can upgrade machines or instances of DP2 remotely if they are on at least version 27 or greater. Let me point out the prepare column and the install columns. These are your action columns. So you'll actually go through a prepare process before upgrading an instance. And once it's ready for install, that progress will be displayed here. You can go ahead and choose the go to perform the installation. Another important item I want to point out is that you see the go buttons in a couple of these records, Workstation 1 and Workstation 2, but we don't see those action buttons on Workstation 3. That's because Workstation 3 is simply not running. So this really emphasizes the fact that your DP2 systems must be running, and I just don't have Workstation 3 running at the moment. Let's get this wrapped up quickly by performing the work. I'm going to get a couple of these workstations that are running going at the same time. We do put a caution in the instructions for you to just be careful how many workstations you get going at the same time. There could be potential load on your network, so just keep your eye on that. The go buttons in the prepare column close down or stop the processing rather of your printers, your workers, command importers. You can see the progress that these are ready for installation. I'll choose go on the first one to show you the setup on the dialog that comes up. I do want to use the zip file. We just created the zip file, extracted it from the exe, but I do want to show you the zip file process. It knows where to install based on the workstation record that you are installing, and I can go ahead and start that installer. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the next one. It does remember the file that you previously chose, and the workstation location is updated accordingly based on the record that you're doing. You can see that the progress is starting the installer. If you have a lot of workstations going at the time, refresh on this page will not happen automatically. That could just be too much impacting your network at the same time. You can choose to refresh manually with the refresh button in the upper right-hand corner here. You can now see extracting zip in the progress column. If you continue to refresh, you can see the statuses that this workstation 1 has already been completed and DP2 is restarted. If you rest your mouse over that progress, you will see here installation successful and DP2 restarted. Another refresh indicates the same thing on workstation number 2. So I hope this video has been helpful. I really hope that you enjoy a more efficient process of upgrading your DP2 instances remotely. Thanks for watching, everyone.